Hello, everyone. This is Aimée Clark from Earth Light Energies, and this is part 2 of my promo for the workshop that I'm going to be delivering. It was going to be October 17th, but I've had to change the date due to not having a meeting room available to deliver the workshop. So it's now going to be Saturday, December 5th from 9 until 3:30. So in this part of the interviews, I have with me Trevor, who is now a Reiki practitioner, and he has had some experiences before he came to see me, and I also did some clearings with him. So I'm just going to take this virtual screen off and I will introduce you to Trevor. Sorry, Trevor, just all this. There we go. And we're inside the studio at Earth Light Energies. We thought we'd try a different view here. And I think we have us both in the screen okay. So welcome, Trevor. Thank you for agreeing to do this little interview. And I just wondered if you would like to just share a little bit about yourself. You can share as little or as much as you like. And then we can talk about some of your experiences that you've had.
Okay. My name's Trevor Brown, and I just back in May got my level 2 Reiki, so I'm now a Reiki practitioner. And yeah, just once Aimée asked me, I'll share some of my experiences with you guys.
Yeah. So I did a few different clearings for you. We did a clearing. So maybe are you okay if we talk about the 3 ones that we did, like the
Sure.
main ones? So I did a clearing, and then we had Bill come in to do a clearing.
Yeah.
And then we did a residential one as well. So are you okay with us chatting about that? If not, I'm
sure.
stopping.
No.
I'll have to stop the video. Let's have to start again. Permission is important here. So maybe if you could just tell us a little bit about the experiences that you were having with yourself. So we'll start with the personal clearing, and then how you felt after the clearing.
Okay. So before the clearing, so I had a variety of experiences, I would say. So anything like I had a lot of nightmares and an energy, like a crawling like sensation all over my body, like bugs almost.
Yeah.
And then I would wake up some different times of the night feeling just terrified for no reason at all. And what else was there? And I had a couple of accidents too.
Yeah.
I had fallen and hit my head in kind of a freak accident. So, and then there was, I can talk about
And how long was that going on for? Do you remember?
I can't
was
remember
it off
exactly.
And on? Yeah, that's okay.
I remember specifically in February, there was like within a couple of weeks, a lot had been going on though. So.
Yeah, and I know when you came in for the first time to get some Reiki sessions, like your energy, you have very strong energy anyway, and men's energy is different than women's, but it was pretty powerful. But I could so sense the entities that were around you, and I know sometimes it was like, okay, you just have to get on the table, so we can get some Reiki going and clear these. Yeah. So do you remember, you might not remember, some people, not everybody does, but do you remember what it felt like going through that clearing experience, like how you felt before and how you felt afterwards?
Yeah, so I would say like before, like I know I had like a knot or like pain like right in my solar plexus, and it just felt like a twisting, sharp pain, and then by the end of it, that had definitely, like there was a point during the clearing where that had totally released.
Yeah.
So I just felt like this huge weight had been lifted off me, or like being released out of a vice or something.
Yeah.
So.
And what happened afterwards? Were you sleeping better? Did you have any reoccurrence of anything, or were things fine for a while?
Yeah, I felt much better after. I was sleeping good, and I felt like just happier and more peaceful, and my interactions with people were going a lot better. Before I was having a lot of negative interactions with people too. So
Yeah, and I think he said to you, like, your kids even noticed,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, all of a sudden they were happier and
Yeah.
happier to see me and stuff. So
Yeah.
that was
Well,
good.
you know, we bring that energy with us, right?
Yeah.
So, but I know that you did come back and there were some things that were happening and, you know, when you described what was happening to you, then I knew that it was, you know, something that was actually in your house.
Yeah.
So did you want to talk a little bit about that?
I can't specifically remember a lot with the house because I think I said my house was fine, so I wasn't aware of what was happening
Okay.
too much, other than waking up feeling terrified in the
Yeah.
night. And I was thinking maybe the nightmares maybe were related
Oh,
to
and
that
I think
too.
what I did is I
So,
said that I would clear your house too, just in case. So
yeah,
I think I did the clearing, but then you did notice a difference after the
yeah,
clearing, right?
definitely. That's
Yeah.
when things got a lot better after that. So.
Yeah. And then as we go through the healing process and we're clearing all these things off, sometimes too, these things can reattach, or there can be other events that happen that can necessitate a clearing. And I know that when I was clearing you, something had come back, and I knew right away that when that happened that I wanted to get Bill to come in to help me do a joint session with you. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember much about that, but if you do, if you just wanted to chat a little bit about that experience, what it was like before and after.
Okay. Yeah, I think the one with Bill and you was the most impactful, I think, because I had a lot going on. And I think that's where most of my negative symptoms, remember, that I had going on beforehand. And then the difference between before and after was like, it's just mind blowing. Like to me, it's like a life-changing experience. So, and anyways, I wanted to say again, thank you to you and Bill, because
no problem.
That you guys have really helped me starting like pointing in the right direction and getting on a good path. So
yeah. And would you say, like, I can't remember again, you know, just it was a while back too, but and I know what I experience and what Bill experiences when we're doing that, but do you remember, were you conscious enough to really remember if you felt anything being released, or was it just more how you felt afterwards?
Yeah, I think like I probably felt some releases from what I remember, like I was explaining with the solar plex and stuff. Like I always seem to hold stuff there, so I can feel a big release there. And then a lot of times I'll be feeling beforehand, just with the clearings I've had, I've felt depressed or had a lot of anger built up. And then after the clearings, I feel like just like I don't like all that stuff's just gone. I just feel like my normal happy self, like when I was a little kid almost. You know? So
and that stayed with you too. Like that was lasting. It wasn't like when you compare when we did that clearing, which was quite a while ago, and now, and I mean, I know you've been doing Reiki and everything else, so all those things help to clear and to put us in a higher vibrational state and gives us that foot up to of course.
Never fails.
You know, it gives us that foot up to just stay, because, you know, as you're going through that journey, it can be, you know, you have days where you feel really down and things are chaotic and whatever that might be for each person. But then as you go through this process, instead of 5 days feeling like that, now you only feel like that for 3 days, and then you feel like that only for 1 day, and then all of a sudden you're going for longer periods of time where you're feeling much lighter, much happier, in a much higher vibrational state. So, and I guess the only other thing I wanted to chat about, because you didn't have Reiki when we invited you in February.
Yeah, that's right.
To our group. We have Reiki shares every month for anyone who has level 1 or above. And because Bill and I had just started doing these clearings, he said, well, you know what, all these Reiki practitioners, they most likely have things attached to them. So why don't we just try doing it for a group? And I said, well, I don't know, like we can try, why not? So we had 14 people here around in a circle, and we invited Trevor, who, for other reasons, we invited him to join us. And maybe you can just talk a little bit about the energy you experienced before we actually started doing the clearing, and then when we actually did the whole experience of the clearing.
Okay, yeah, that was a very powerful experience for me, because I didn't have Reiki, so I didn't have much, well, really any experience with energy. So for me, during that experience, it blew my mind. And I think that's what really attracted me to pursue getting my Reiki practitioner certificate, because it was just, I don't know how to put it other than just overwhelming, really.
Yeah, you could feel the energy when everyone was calling the Reiki energy in. And then when we sat in the circle, you actually could feel that energy circulating around in the room. In fact, there was so much energy in the room. This is February. We could actually hear the ice cracking on the roof of the building that we were in. And then we sent Reiki to, we just spent 5 minutes sending Reiki to a workplace. And a person was in the group was working in that workplace, and they reported back to us that the staff and the clients and everything else, everybody was in a much more elevated state for a few days anyway. So, I mean, even that 5 minutes just made a huge difference. We're kind of deviating from talking about lower light realms, but thanks very much, Trevor, for joining us. And the last part of this interview, we're going to have Bill here, and we'll talk a little bit about his experiences and the work that we've done together. So stay tuned and bear with me while I